Hello everyone, my name is Nareen Clute and today I'm excited to talk about self-awareness, one of the 5 core competencies of social emotional learning, or SEL for short. My focus is on why this skill is particularly important for middle school students, how teachers can foster self-awareness in the classroom, and ways to support its development throughout the school day. Middle school students are at a pivotal stage of development where they face numerous social, emotional, and academic challenges. By building self-awareness, we can empower them to better understand themselves, make informed decisions, and improve their relationships with others. Let's dive into how we can make this happen. Self-awareness is the ability to recognize one's emotions, thoughts, and values and understand how they influence actions. For middle school students, this is crucial because they are navigating rapid changes in their social and emotional lives. Developing self-awareness helps them regulate emotions, make better decisions, and build healthy relationships, which are key for both personal and academic success. Research supports the importance of self-awareness in this age group. According to SEL, self-awareness is the foundational for emotional intelligence and self-regulation. A study by Rivers and colleagues in 2012 found that students who develop emotional regulation, a critical component of self-awareness, perform better academically and report less stress. This makes self-awareness not just an SEL skill, but a tool for holistic success. To build self-awareness in the classroom, one activity I recommend is called emotion mapping. This involves students keeping a journal or using an app to track their emotions throughout the day. They log what they felt, what triggered the emotion, and how it influenced their actions. For example, a student might write, "I felt frustrated when I didn't understand a math problem, and I noticed I stopped trying." By reflecting on these entries, students begin to see patterns and develop strategies to manage their emotions. Research shows that journaling can significantly improve emotional intelligence. Studies like those by Smith in 1998 emphasize how reflective practices enhance emotional regulation and promote deeper self-insight. Activities like emotion mapping help students connect their emotions with their behaviors, which is essential for growth in self-awareness. Now let's discuss how teachers can implement emotion mapping in the classroom. This activity would take about 30 minutes a day for 1 week. Teachers can begin each session with a 10-minute mini lesson introducing the concept of emotions, triggers, and outcomes. For example, the teacher could explain how emotions like frustration or excitement can impact our focus and actions. Next, students spend 10 minutes journaling their reflections, and during this time, they answer prompts like, "What emotion did I feel today? What triggered it, and how did I react?" Lastly, the teacher leads a 10-minute group discussion where students can share patterns they notice, building a sense of community and normalizing emotional experiences. To accommodate diverse learners, teachers can use sentence starters for students who struggle with writing, such as, "Today I felt blank because blank." For students who prefer speaking, audio recordings can be an option. Teachers can also ensure prompts are culturally relevant, as suggested by Hammond in 2015 to engage all students meaningfully. Developing self-awareness doesn't stop in the classroom. Teachers and school staff can reinforce this skill throughout the school day. In physical education, for example, mindfulness activities like yoga or deep breathing can help students recognize how physical activity impacts their emotions. After an activity, students could reflect on how they felt and why. In social studies, students can analyze how historical figures use emotional intelligence to navigate challenges. For instance, they might examine how a leader managed to anger or fear during a pivotal event in history and discuss how emotional regulation influenced the outcome. By making these connections, students can see how self-awareness applies to real-world situations. Cross-curricular integration of SEL helps reinforce self-awareness and ensures it becomes a lifelong skill rather than just a classroom lesson. Research by Jones and Buford in 2012 highlights that weaving SEL into everyday practices strengthens its impact and supports long-term development. To wrap up, I've included references that inform this presentation. These resources emphasize the importance of equipping middle school students with self-awareness as a tool for emotional, academic, and social success. Thank you for listening to my presentation.